It's the podcast built to last. The podcast, we're having a blast. It's the podcast, we're back for more. The podcast, where we settle the score. Season 3 is now upon us. Forget the others, get on our bus. Week to week, there could be discussed. Hoping our squads are not a bust. The rhythm, the rhyme are here each week, bringing you the news along with a beat. We don't like dreaming about getting paid. We focus on the podcast and the rhymes we made. The episodes are tests to see if we got pull. Stating facts, bringing a mouthful. A shout out to Eric B for keeping us fresh in what separates us from the rest. Now it's time to make our impression felt. Sit back, relax, strap on your seatbelt. You never been on a ride like this before. With the captain of the deal, picking the scores. We start to think, and then we sink into the paper like we were ink. Writing lyrics, his and mine. The product is in our rhyme. We know very well who we are. Can't hold us down, reaching for the stars. We have a goal, stay out of the way. Be gold in the booth are now in play. It's the podcast, built to last. The podcast, we're having a blast. It's a podcast, we're back for more. The podcast, where we settle the score. It's the podcast, built to last. The podcast, we're having a blast. It's a podcast, we're back for more. The podcast, where we settle the score. One more verse to go. On and on with the show, the real deal. We'll challenge the flow while we gold is bringing the know. Captain Booth is always on point. His jams will rock this joint. His creativity is second to none. The style, the flair, he's having some fun. Then there's the gun behind the scenes, doing the edits, keeping it clean. This team, they won't be beat, bringing the fun facts to the street. Poems and briefings on any week, another way to bring the speak. Vikings and Hawks are who we like. At the end of each show, we drop the mic. The podcast, built to last. The podcast, we're having a blast. It's a podcast, we're back for more. The podcast, where we settle the score. It's the podcast, built to last. The podcast, we're having a blast. It's a podcast, we're back for more. The podcast, where we settle the score. Be gold, I'm out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Damen und Herren, it's time for the podcast featuring Captain Vuk and Billy Gold, aka The Real Deal. This is the only place that's talking Hawks and Kings, but to be specific, we're talking Seattle Seahawks and Minnesota Vikings. So strap up. We're taking you on a fantastic voyage, unlike any you've ever been on, so sit back and get ready to set sail to the emerald-rich lands of the Seattle Seahawks and the treasure-filled valleys of the Minnesota Vikings with your hosts, Captain Vuk and Billy Gold, aka The Real Deal. Let's get it.
We are back, football fans, 12s, and of course, the Scolders, the army from up north. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 8 of the Captain and the Real Deal podcast. I'm Billy Gold, along with Captain Book and the Maverick, Top Gun, our production engineer. Always have a good episode in store for you. And another one's coming today, so I suggest you fill up your solo cup, sit back. We both got wins this week.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's going to be a fantastic voyage. Hey, Cap, are you ready to roll?
What's happening? I'm being summoned again to the bridge to be with my crew. What up, Billy Go? What up, Top Gun? We are back, ladies and gentlemen. As B Go just said, we both got dubs. We had an angry bird fight in ours, and the Vikings shocked the world. So there's only one thing left to do, B Gold. And you know what that is, don't you?
We got to get right to
Let's
it.
jump in.
We're going to jump in. You know what? I think we need some background music.
You know I love me some background music. There it goes.
I sleep to this.
And I believe it.
Let's get the first half. Things started a little sloppy in this game as both teams exchanged turnovers on their opening possessions. Kirk Captain Cousins was intercepted on a pass intended for Jordan Addison that the defender ripped out of his hands. But there'll be some revenge later on in this broadcast.
That
was countered shortly thereafter by Harrison Smith, forcing a fumble from, the greatest thing since sliced bread for a running back, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, by the way, let's just finish this first because that was recovered by the Vikings and we got the ball back. I will talk about Mr. G Hockey, huge 49ers fan. I called him yesterday to talk about something else. I got to give him credit.
He answered the phone?
No, that was the first thing. But he thought I was calling to talk about the Vikings 49ers. I had two other things, and then I didn't even bring it up. He brought it up, and I said, I can't believe I didn't pound you on this. But no, he brought it up. Kudos.
He's an awesome sportsman.
All right. Minnesota, after the fumble, cashed in as they went 89 yards in 10 plays and got into the end zone on a 20-yard TD pass from Cousins to the rookie, Jordan Addison.
We talked about him already. He's holding it down.
That gave the Vikings a 7-0 lead with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. After a missed field goal by the Niners, the Vikings got a field goal of their own as Greg the Leg Joseph connected from 21 yards to extend the Vikings lead to 10-0 midway through the second quarter. The 49ers, they responded with a touchdown to make it 10-7 with a minute left in the first half. We had to do something because I believe they were getting a kickoff in the second half. So the big play happened.
Tell us about it.
Jordan Addison bailed out Kirk Cousins in a big way. I'm not saying bailed him out. Cousins gave him an opportunity to make a play.
He sure did.
Wide receivers are supposed to make plays.
Yes, they are.
JJ does all the time. So, sometimes the writing in this stuff, he gave him a chance for him to play. It looked like it could have been intercepted, but Addison, after getting stripped earlier in the game, took it out of the defender's hands and went down the field for a 60-yard touchdown, which we'll talk about in another manner later in the show. What happens next? Greg the Leg Joseph misses the extra point. He's been good this year.
He has.
Better than that, above average. How about that? Above average.
He's been good.
But you cannot miss the extra point. All right, let's get to the second half. Minnesota increased their lead midway through the third quarter, but they should have had more as they could not punch it in from first and goal from the 1-yard line. Penalty, bad play calling, so they settled for a Greg Joseph field goal, 19-7. Vikes!
How you feeling at this point? And the world doesn't know how tired you were and what was next for you and Top Gun
we were
at the stroke of midnight.
We were the traveling machine. Exactly. I got back from one event and watched the game and had to get up an hour after the game to head myself back to the airport for another event. So, doesn't matter. I would have never been able to sleep if there was a Viking game on. So I stayed up and I wasn't tired. I knew I was going to be tired later. I wasn't going to be tired during the game. So, 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Yeah, am I comfortable? No, it's the Vikings. The Niners are a top 3 football team this year, according to the pundits. And you know what? I can't disagree with them. The Niners, they answered 65 seconds later with a 3-play, 75-yard TD to cut the lead to 19-14. Vikings, they got a response of their own. 3 points, be it on a 54-yard field goal, but it increased the Vikings' lead to 22-14 heading into the fourth quarter. Not comfortable, 1 full score away, but that's, touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Niners, they get back to within 5 early in the fourth quarter with a field goal from 55 yards out, which, quite frankly, I didn't think he was going to make because he missed the earlier one. 22-17. Time for us to respond. But we're stopped, and we got to punt. For the first time on the night. That was our first punt of the night. So
by this time, the entire country was in awe, honestly.
Right, but I can't be upset. It was our first punt of the night. It just came out at a bad time, but it's okay. All right, the Vikings were stopped on their next drive and punted for the first time of the night. It's 6 minutes in the fourth quarter.
All good.
Yeah,
That's
it's okay.
a defensive move. You got to do it.
But the defense stepped up, and they forced a turnover as Cameron Bynum intercepted Brock Purdy to stop a drive that had made it into Vikings territory. The Vikings moved into their territory at the 2-minute warning, and they forced the Niners to burn all their timeouts. They called on Greg Joseph,
the leg,
to kick a 50-yard field goal attempt. He missed. It's never easy wearing purple. Never easy
Trust
wearing
me,
purple.
our life is not easy either, brother.
Gave the ball back to the 49ers with 1:11 to go and great field position. You miss a 50-yard field goal, the other team's getting good field position. But what happened next? I can't say what he did what he was nominated for this week. Or not nominated, what he won this week. But safety, Cameron Bynum stepped in again and stopped the drive with his second interception tonight to ice the game for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings.
Hey, speaking of that, can you show the world your shirt, brother?
I can.
That's legit. Check this out.
Back. So, just for the audience, I probably bought this shirt maybe 15 years ago. I've never worn it. Just goes to show you, I'm not eating all the cake and goodies that I would love to eat.
You mean to say that some people that bought clothes 15 years ago can't still wear them?
I never said that.
I don't think you have to. That's legit, though. That's legit. I like that. That's legit.
All right. So some final thoughts. Very, very nice win against the top 5, top 3 team, according to what everybody's saying on paper. It's time now to start stacking some wins, victories together over the next 5 weeks. I got a couple game balls, and then we're going to turn it over for another happy ending. We got some game balls.
Oh, yes.
Kirk, Captain Cousins, led the Vikings 35 of 45
On fire.
For 378 yards, 2 TDs, and 107.2 passer rating. Keep those coming. I got 3 more. Wide receiver, Jordison. Rookie, Addison. Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan.
there you go. Yeah. I was
Jordan, rookie Addison.
Beast.
He shined in primetime, leading all receivers with 123 yards on 10 targets, 7 receptions, and 2 TDs. Safety, Cameron Bynum, 9 tackles, 2 passes defended. He caused 3 turnovers, including the game-clinching interception with less than 30 seconds to go. He was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
It's not easy to do.
And finally, the entire offensive line.
They getting that love?
No sacks allowed.
Well done.
The 49ers defense boasts one of the best fronts in the league, but the Vikings O-line kept Captain Kirk Cousins clean. Well, enough loving the Vikings. I don't have a boat yet, Cap, but I'm trying to. I'm starting to build one.
First of all, I'm happy for you guys. I said it last week. I thought you guys would lose, but I really was rooting for you. I rooted for you guys to get the dub. The whole Emerald Nation is happy about that. I got to speak on a couple of things. I don't know if you clarified this. You may have. The interception that they took from your guy Addison, where they kind of had a tug of war and he got it. That was the same DB that he took it back from later. I forget his name.
Exactly.
That dude was playing some D, but that was a great exchange, number one. Number two.
Well, first of all, what Addison said later was,
oh, what'd he say?
It was not going to happen again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I like that. And he wants the ball.
He wants the ball.
And he got the ball. The other thing, Captain Cool Ice Luke Cousins. He was as poised as I've ever seen him before. And I know he catches a lot of heat about not balling out on Monday night in prime time. Man, he put that stuff to sleep.
Well, you know what? The past 2 years, now, I have a fun fact for him later.
Okay.
But you know what? I also saw something about the past year and a half about people questioning him in prime time. The narrative has changed. So,
I call him Captain Cool Cousins because he came out after y'all in your first drive and was like, this stage ain't too big for me.
No, it's not. Not anymore.
Let's go do what we do.
Not anymore. You know what? He might be positioning himself, but he's going to have to come back on a really cheap contract. We can't afford the rest of the team. But you know what? If he loves Minnesota and Kurt, your family loves it.
Well, the question, does he love Minnesota more than he loves money?
No, this is great. I got a great quick thing before you go.
Yeah.
I am Captain Vuk encouraging Kirk Cousins to stay in Minnesota after his contract expires. Hey, Kirk, we took care of you. We love you.
Tell that man the truth. That's all I ask. Tell him the truth.
We have a boat. We have a zone.
You got a spot for him?
Boat and a zone. We can talk about you in great expectations for at least another year. You should sign a $5 million contract and come back. Your family loves it here.
$5 million contract? You got to confirm whether he loves money more than he does Minnesota.
In the past, he's loved money more than Minnesota. But
is he set now and is he good? Is he trying to get a ring? What's he trying to do?
I would hope so. He's probably 2 contracts over 8 years, probably totaling over $300 million. You know, I don't care if he already takes Tuesdays off. Take Tuesday and Wednesday off. But you know what? By the way, whoa! If you don't win a Super Bowl, get out of here!
No, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Now, listen, do you remember, and I know you do, during your draft in your war room, when they drafted Addison and they called him, do you remember whoever that was, whether it was the OC or the head coach, what they said? In a nutshell, I feel sorry for the defenses they got to deal with.
Exactly.
So why would you leave that?
Well, because you have to take less money. You can't get $30 million.
If it's about the money, then you got to go where you go and you get what you get. Say hi to the guy in Denver.
And I'm joking about 5. Take 15. Take 17.
You see what happened to the guy in Denver?
Yes.
He went after the money. How's he doing?
Well, he was awful anyway.
Shot number 1 has landed, ladies and gentlemen.
You want to know why?
Tell me why.
Because nobody coddles him in Denver.
Whatever.
Oh, no,
it don't bother us.
Wait, we're not
I'm just asking you to face the facts.
Cat got your tongue.
He chased money, and it's not always greener on the other side.
I know, but did Pete coddle him?
I don't know. I'm not inside the building like that. I'm on the outskirts.
Come on, well, you talk to you got all the insiders.
I can get in there, though, when I got my car. My special car can get me inside.
You won't release, They coddled him.
If it happened, you know what?
The defense disliked him.
We got a Super Bowl W?
The defense disliked him.
That's possible.
No, it's not possible.
We got
Hey,
listen, we got a Super Bowl ring.
You're not going to admit it, huh?
I don't know. I can't speak on what I don't know.
You do know.
No, I don't.
You never heard anything like that?
I've heard it, yeah, but
you heard it.
Those are rumors.
Okay. Rumors.
Not confirmed. They're unconfirmed.
Well, confirmed by the defensive players.
If they're saying it, then that's how they feel about him. That's what it is.
Okay.
I ain't got no problem one way or the other with that.
So you're protecting Russell to say
I'm not protecting anybody.
Defense is not telling the truth.
Just speaking
is that what you're
facts.
saying?
All I'm saying is that he's living his life, and we wish him the best. We're doing our thing.
Didn't he win last week for the first time?
And we're doing our thing. Don't follow him that closely.
Well, you did up until this week.
No.
Until I told you.
I just love your predictions on the guy. I love you predicting Denver games because it all comes out.
You protect them to win.
It all comes out. But anyway, well done to the Viking Nation and the Scourgers. Well done.
Wait, we don't want to talk more about Russell?
I don't.
We're good. Okay.
I'm ready to jump into the Emerald world.
All right, let's get into him. Well, he was from the Emerald
There
World.
you go, but he ain't in it now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had to defend home turf. We got a division game, Cardinals, Seahawks. Everybody knows the Cardinals have been feisty. So we're expecting a fight.
Awful.
Division game, yeah. When do you guys play? What week do you guys play them?
We don't play him because
you
we
better
don't
be
play
glad.
minor league football
You
teams.
better be glad. Anyway.
We play first and second place from every division.
Okay. Well, anyway, we get the rock first. We run down the field.
Not cellar
Three
dweller.
plays later, our rookie number 20 draft pick, Jackson Smith-Njigba, a.k.a. the Enigma,
Yeah, he's on my fantasy
gets
football
his
squad.
first
I tried to trade
touchdown,
him to you. Haven't returned.
28-yard dime
Oh, let's talk about that.
from Geno Smith.
We got to stop right here.
Why are you breaking up my...
I'm just this is a momentum poser.
What you got? What you got?
I tried to trade you the guy who just got 17 points.
You did.
And Seattle Seahawks fans, he said no
I did say no.
for T. Higgins.
Yeah,
So
I
Seattle
did.
Seahawks fans, what he's telling you is that
Yo, he's trying to turn the nation
what
against
what
me.
he's telling you is, and I wasn't a
Come on.
straight up deal. I gave him a
Come
running
on.
back as well, and he
Listen.
turned it down. We're just talking.
My
we're
squad
just-
knows what's up with me.
They
got my back.
Well, no,
They got my
they
back.
don't.
Yes,
No,
they do.
By the way, he's going to be in the second half of the season. He's
getting warmed up.
He's poised as a
He
break.
took advantage of a week when DK
No, he's
wasn't in, and
poised
I
out as
appreciate
a
it.
breakout candidate, and you should, as a Seahawks fan, you should know that you should have traded for him.
Did you
should have
pick up
took
Jake Bobo?
him. Who
Did you pick up Jake Bobo?
is that? Bobo the clown?
Oh, okay. We're going to see who's the clown, bro. We're going to see in a minute. Anyway, Jackson Smith-Njigba gets his first touchdown as a Seahawk. They're working him into the program slowly but surely, liking what we're seeing. Minute into the game, roughly, Hawks up 7-0.
Well, they were like what they were seeing. You weren't like when they were. So you would have made the trade.
Who?
The Seahawks like what they were seeing
Nah,
about
they would've
Jackson.
kept T. Higgins. They're
No,
trying to win.
you didn't like what you're seeing because you didn't make the trade.
I got other cats putting up more points right now.
Oh, yeah?
He's a Seahawk. We love him.
Who's
but
that,
we
Ezekiel
trying to win
Elliott?
fantasy games. So anyway, the Cardinals get the rock back. They end the first quarter with a field goal.
We're only in the
so we
first
go into
quarter?
the second quarter. Yeah, thank you. And I probably only spent a minute and a half talking about it. So anyway, it's
joking.
7-3.
Get it.
7-3. Seahawks up. Division game. Don't forget that. Throw the records out the window. Second quarter kicks off. Joshua Dobbs. You familiar with him?
I am. He should be like a third string quarterback.
He leads his squad down the field with an 8-play, 80-yard drive. They ended with a touchdown on a Joshua Dobbs 25-yard run. Now, let me tell you something that frustrated me about this play.
That he ran 25 yards against the defense.
Yeah, it's first and goal on the 25. So Darrell Taylor's supposed to have containment. He blows it. Makes me angry. And then I got Reek Woolen comes off a block, has a shot at the guy, hits him like he was not interested in hitting. That's very frustrating.
Yeah.
And his effort was so bad, it threw Diggs off. Diggs was coming at an angle. Diggs was laying hat. His soft effort threw him off so much that he lost his angle, and the guy goes for 25 yards.
So what happened?
Touchdown.
What happened to ROIJA? Was he combing his gray beard?
You talking about Mr. Adams?
Yeah,
And from now on, you are supposed to call him Mr. Adams.
Was he combing his gray beard?
You call that man Mr. Adams.
He wasn't even mentioned in the play.
Yeah,
Was he
his
on the
gray
bench?
beard, Bobby Wagner's
Was he
gray beard.
He was on the bench.
Yeah, he was laying hat. He was.
was?
Jamal
I
Adams.
didn't hear his name during
Man,
any
he
of
has
that.
so many freaking. I'm gonna see if I can pull his stats up for you. So anyway, here
One
we are,
tackle,
still
he was laying
10-7 in the
hat.
second quarter. B, Top Gun, you listening, right?
Everybody's listening.
All right, so check it out. We get the rock back. We get a 9-play, 76-yard drive that ended ridiculously. It was an 18-yard straight up in the bucket drop with 4:49 left in the first half, where Geno Smith actually helps rookie Jake Bobo get another entry into the segment that we love called Taking It to the House. So I'll break
we're
that
gonna
down
talk
later.
about that too.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to break it down later.
Yeah.
Bring shots fired. Shots fired again.
Well,
It's all good.
here's the question.
What's the question?
We're gonna let it roll with it.
What's the question?
I need a little bit more mic here. So I
What's the
don't
question?
think I'm being heard.
Come after my man Jake Bobo.
No, great first year. I love the Seahawks. They're.
Yeah.
I'm a realistic fan.
Okay.
I'm not driving. What's that?
Go ahead.
70s. I'm not driving
I
the Lobo.
ain't saying nothing that's not accurate.
Bobo has surprised many people. Done a great job.
Okay.
But when we talk about the taking it to the house segment,
Yeah.
if you're taking it to the house, Should you already be living in the house?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. Are you
no.
sure?
All you got to do is get the rock, the bag of groceries, secure it, and be in the crib when you get it done. So yeah, a toe drag swag can get you the job done.
So taking it to the house, you don't have to exit from outside the house.
Where'd that come from? No.
Well, when you say taking it to the house, I'm trying. If you wrote the definitions, that's
taking
okay.
the ball to the house, but if
how's he taking it to the house if he's
because
in
he
the
caught
house?
the rock in the air.
But he's in the house.
And he catches the rock, so what? He's got to complete the job, right?
So if I'm painting the house and I want to try to paint the outside and I'm on the inside, how's that work?
I don't even mess around with painters like that. I don't even get that detailed with it.
I'm trying to figure it out. All right, you win.
He took the rock to the house. I mean, if you don't want that to be a qualifier,
no,
we just got to say the ground rules.
I wanted to make sure that you quantified it. That's all.
Yeah, sometimes you can come from 30 yards away, 20 yards away. Sometimes you go upside in the house and own the house. That's what my guy did.
Well, if your only score is from inside the house, that's all I'm asking. You know?
So what about my guy JSN? He catches a rock.
Yeah.
He's right in the spot.
Okay.
So does that not count?
But you didn't pick that one for later.
I did. I picked the more dramatic one.
How was it dramatic?
Oh, you'll see the video, bro.
Right.
You'll see the video, my brother. Can we move on to the third quarter?
Yes, of course we can.
All right,
I thought we were still in the first quarter.
So now we get the TD, we get the PAT at 17-10. We rock out halftime. We go into halftime. What happens? Jason Myers ends one of our drives on a 13-play, 72-yard drive with a field goal. Gets the game to 20-10.
That helped your fantasy squad, is by the way,
It
because you
did.
picked him up.
You noticed I did pick him up.
Of course you did. I told you last week on the show to pick him up.
And you did recommend it, and I did it.
I was a consultant for
I
you.
took your advice.
I was a consultant.
I took your advice.
I've been a consultant for the whole league this year.
Anyway, so Seahawks end up winning the game 20-10. Just to be expected, a rough division battle. One of the problems that I still have is us messing around on red zone situations. So in the last, I want to say, couple weeks, 2 or maybe even 3, we've been in the red zone 8 times and we came out with just 2 scores.
Who's the major problem for that red zone attack lately?
It's an execution effort.
Who's made the most mistakes in that red zone attack so far?
If you study the film, you see mistakes on the O-line and by the quarterback.
Well,
so
the quarterback,
you got to execute at every level. That's why it's football. All 11 got to do the job.
If the O-line has a problem, what's the quarterback supposed to do?
It depends. If you can get rid of it, get rid of it.
Well,
but if you're in a situation where you got to try to make a play, maybe you hold on to it a little longer than you want to, and then you get caught up.
Is it maybe
in no man's land?
Is it maybe, or has that happened?
And he got caught up in no man's land.
Okay.
So
Precious is okay?
I'm not sure who you're referring to this week. I absorbed that last week, and I come to the conclusion I don't know who you're talking about. Definitely not anybody in the Emerald Nation. But
GPS.
we were 1 for 3 in the red zone, Mike, and that's not how you get it done, bro. That's not how you get it done. And we had 3 turnovers too. Can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you play,
my guy DJ Dallas, who I love, he fumbled, but he came back and broke it off later, redeemed himself. And let me just tell you really quickly.
What nightclub does he play at?
He doesn't.
Oh,
matter of fact,
you
you know
DJ
what?
Dallas.
He'll take all calls. He'll perform in any city on the NFL circuit.
Because seems like he's
DJ Dallas will get on the wheels of
spinning
steel.
more records than making plays.
I want to run something by you really quickly, just so you know. And I know you may or may not care, but I can't wait to hear your response either way.
Yeah, I care.
Devin Witherspoon, he had a pick.
He did.
It was turned back because of some discipline issues with penalties. He also had a sack that was taken away. I just wanted you to know that he plays as hard as he possibly can regardless.
He's a good player.
He's a good player.
He can be a great player.
He is a good player.
He's a good player.
He's a good Seahawk player. And we like him in Seattle.
I know, man. And I take him in Minnesota. He's a good player.
He is a good player. Is he trending upward or downward, do you think?
Oh, he's trending upwards.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
No. He's a good
he's
player.
Our guy. Yeah, we like him a lot.
Great takes time.
Yeah, I wonder if he's
Great's not anointed. Just be the episode 1.
I wonder if he's going to make any segments today, because I would love to, just if we could, Mike.
Well, I could tell you he's not going to make the NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Not this week, but he's done it already.
I'm just saying.
But he did it before.
Asked, is he going to make anything this week?
He's done it like his first week in a full game.
I get it, but
we're happy that there's a Viking in those ranks this week.
And I answered.
Yes, sir. You know what? There's a reason why I'm wearing the Kraken today.
Because you're more worried about hockey than football.
They're struggling right now, but we got their back. We take care of each other out there.
You're struggling. You guys are playing great.
No. We are playing okay. The offense is not clicking completely. It's not.
Well, you're playing great if you're playing like second division NFL teams.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would like to go back to a moment in the third quarter if I could, with about 1 minute and 56 seconds left to be exact. Just under 2 minutes in the third quarter, Joshua Hobbs is in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to the left, looks to the right, drops it to Rondale Moore. Pay-o! Woo! Rondale Moore, what you doing, baby? This is Devin Witherspoon. Controlled airspace. You are not authorized to operate in this area. Let's show that again. Number 21 repping like he's from prime time. He comes to Jamal Adams, his guy, the end zone. Bam! He comes off of his own man to control the area because that's what he does. He has no problem coming up and hitting folks. He's representing Cam Chancellor to the max. Bye-yow! Woo! Bamboozled by Devin Witherspoon. Love it. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that bam bam moment. So now we're going to just finish up the rewrap of our game. You know, again, happy to get the W. Wasn't exactly pretty. Offense needs to get cleaner, but hopefully we're working our way up there. So with that, B Gold, control the mic.
All right, cool. I'd love to see the weather boom and the bam bam moment covering up for the ROI who couldn't get over to make the play. So great job by Witherspoon. Jamal Adams,
Jamal did exactly what he was supposed to, and I wish
Yeah,
you could
he
have seen
didn't
his
get
play.
there.
He had a great game.
He had a great game?
Yeah, he had a great game.
Open eye, you got to get those stats.
I'm going to go pull him up right now.
I never heard his name once during the broadcast or during, because I watch your games, and you got to get rid of him. Cut him.
Please.
Cut him, trade him.
Please, that would not happen. That man is family.
You guys got a lot of draft choices. He's not. He's a jet. He's a jet.
Tackles.
6 tackles.
4 solo.
All right, 4
and
solo.
a pass defensed.
Ooh, wow.
Balling.
Great game.
Balling.
Oh, my goodness.
Balling.
God, I do that at dinner time every time.
Shot calling.
I do it at dinner 4 passes.
Shot calling. Balling.
Wow. All right.
Not falling.
How does he compare to Witherspoon for that game?
They're two different guys, but they feed off each other.
They do?
And they're very similar, actually. Extremely aggressive, extremely intelligent, and are not afraid to get in there and put their nose in there.
Stats-wise.
Not worried about stats.
You don't got Witherspoon?
I'm worried about productivity and getting the dubs.
Productivity. All right.
We're going to get a heck of a test this week, but we'll touch on that when we get to that
The receivers stay from Witherspoon, and they run right at J.A.
Yeah, they don't want to come near Jamal. They'll get lit up.
All right.
I got to, you know what? Jamal Adams made the bam bam moment, but we didn't get to do it that week. So
yeah, because
he'll be back. He'll be back.
Anyway, Jamal Adams, a new member to the Love Zone boat.
He's been a family member for a while.
No,
he's got the VIP suite though. On the boat.
Exactly, on the boat. All right, let's move on to the segment we've been doing by the numbers. This week is number 30. We got the Vikings that have awarded number 30. Isaac Holt, Cedric Smith, Keith Henderson, Bobby Phillips, Antonio Banks, Travis Prentice, Moeldy Moore, Mistral Raymond, Terrence Newman. All right, he was interesting that Zimmer brought over. C.J. Ham down until the fullback, still playing pretty good ball, and Bill Brown. So we're gonna go back.
Isaac Holt, the play for the Rams, play for you guys?
No, he was a cornerback.
Oh,
cornerback.
okay.
No, it was not.
What?
No, that was 85 to 89.
That dude was ridiculous.
It could have been his father, maybe.
I have no idea. we've approached that subject a few times on the show.
Exactly. So we're going to go back to the early days of the team to talk about one of the all-time greats of the Minnesota Vikings history. It's Mr. Bill Brown. He's going to win it. He didn't start his NFL career with Minnesota when the Vikings played the first game in 1961. He was actually a rookie as a member of the Chicago Bears. He came to Minnesota before the 62 season and would be part of the team for 13 seasons after he got there.
Wow.
Named to the Pro Bowl 4 times. 64, 65, 67, 68. In the year he didn't make the Pro Bowl, he led the NFL in receiving yards.
Those were some throwbacks there. Those
throwbacks.
Guys. Jeez.
By the time he retired, finally in the 74 season, he held every meaningful record in team history. 5,700 rushing yards, which has only been passed by Adrian Peterson, Robert Smith, and Chuck Foreman. That's pretty good company.
That's amazing company.
52 rushing TDs, which was a team record that was eventually tied by Foreman and surpassed by Peterson. Wow. He's still second in rushing TDs.
That's Vikings royalty right there.
He was named one of the 50 greatest Vikings of all time, and he was made part of the team's Ring of Honor, which, this Ring of Honor stuff and this, whatever. I don't think that's a big thing. You just put numbers on
I like the Ring of Honor.
It's be in the Hall of Fame. Stop this.
The Seahawks Ring of Honor, of course.
Of course. But they're all jokes.
No, not to me. In the
course.
Emerald Nation, we actually put a lot of respect.
When
on
you
it.
own a boat and you own a zone, of course you're gonna.
We respect it. Some guys that don't make it to the Hall of Fame, they make it to the Ring of Honor. It doesn't go to everybody. But I don't know how you guys qualify your candidates. So
I could care how they do it. It's how I'm doing it. He's easily the best player on the team to wear number 30.
Nice.
But I got a couple honorable mentions. Isaac Holt burst onto the scene with 8 interceptions in 1986, second year in the league. He was solid corner for the team, and he was actually part of the Herschel Walker trade. We gave him up to get Herschel Walker.
Wow.
Good job there, GM.
that worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about running back Weldy Moore. Decent player.
I heard that name. I remember that
he
name.
had a lot of kick and punt returns for TDs, but you know what? Bill Brown stands out. Classic old school Viking.
Nice.
That's my guy for number 30.
And you're sticking with it.
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
Give me another one. Cat, time for the Seahawks number 30.
Let's do it. We have quite a few names to run down, but we'll do it quickly. We got a guy named Walter Bernard out. Theodis Brown, Parrish Cox, Akeem Davis, Bobby Joe Edmonds, Justin Forsett. He was fun to watch. Amon Green, running back from Nebraska, but he was just with us briefly. Boyce Green, Corey Harris, Carlos Hyde, Michael Jackson, the Thriller, James Jones, Lawrence McCutcheon, Bradley McDougall, J.D. McKissick, Nate Ness, Oliver Ross, and Marquise Weeks, who was also fun to watch. So I'm going to give an honorable mention real quick to Bobby Joe Edmonds. He was only with us for a couple of years, but he was a fun punt and kickoff
Heard
returner.
the name, yep.
Yeah, he was productive, and we enjoyed having him on the squad for a little bit. But I'm going to give this one to Michael Jackson, even though he hasn't been with us forever.
I was going to ask you about him because you know what?
What?
You called him the Thriller last year.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any hits this year. There's nothing. There's nothing on the album this year.
He has no tackles this year?
No, there's nothing on the album. You have not brought him up
He
once.
started a few games this year.
But you said he's the Thriller,
He is
and
a
you know what?
thriller.
If you're reaching for, and I've done it. I've done the numbers.
come on.
No, but wait, come on.
Go ahead.
Let's be realistic.
I'm just going to get some stats for you.
but let's let's be realistic.
Yeah.
You called him the Thriller last year, and last year I saw some great things. His name has not been mentioned once this year.
Well, it has been mentioned, not on the show.
Exactly. Not 7, not 8 episodes into this.
But
Nothing.
Think about what we got going on. We got big game Trey Brown.
Did he marry a Presley? And
No,
then
he's
just
on the
out
squad.
of
He's
sync
on the
for a while?
squad and still contributing. Now, you heard Trey Brown, who's taking that role back.
From him.
Yeah, he
So
did.
Jackson's on the bench.
And you got Devin Witherspoon.
The Thriller
You got
has lost
Reek
a
Woolen.
glove.
You got Reek Woolen. You got Jamal Adams.
Has the
Quandre Diggs. Where's
Thriller
he
lost
supposed
a
to go?
glove?
No, he's still good to go to perform when he's called on.
So there's no more
He
moon.
stays
There's
ready.
no more moonwalk. He's
He
done.
stays ready.
No more moonwalk.
He stays ready, bro.
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Everybody can't start on a squad as deep as ours with our
so
secondary.
Should we change his name to
No,
Sean?
he's
Sean
still
Mannion?
starting
Should he
caliber.
be Sean Mannion?
Please, if Sean Manning shows up anywhere near him, there's 2 picks coming.
Well, you're sitting on the bench.
Anywhere near Michael Jackson, 2 picks coming.
The Thriller's
And
like
he's another dude that will come up and hit. And you know it. You saw it last year.
the Thriller's like a
Michael Jackson
motion
is
motion
getting it. This
theater
guy
person
went from journeyman to contributor.
to bench.
No, he still gets some run. He just don't start right now.
I heard,
But that's-
I heard his name once. I watched all your
That's
games.
okay. I'm gonna let you know what his tackles are.
MJ.
Maybe I can pull it up while
You know,
we're here.
MJ's rolling over his grave saying, "You're representing my name sitting on the bench."
He's balling. Anyway, Mike
What was he
Jackson.
balling? Was he playing bowling?
Stay on it, bro. Represent number 30 like he's supposed to and soar like that Hawk just did.
You know, when there's minimal numbers for 30, he had a great year
There's a
last year.
lot of numbers here.
This year. So let me just move on to that. We're going to need a new 4th for our bowling team this year because our number 1 fan, you know, he's tentative to go bowling with us here. So it appears that
That's not optional. He has to go.
no, well, all
What's
right.
the deal?
Well, no, I'll figure that out. But I'm saying now that we might have an opening, since Mr. Thriller, Michael Jackson, isn't doing anything, he probably could meet us at the bowling alley to do something to earn his paycheck.
Well, he has 10 tackles so far.
10 tackles.
Yeah.
What is he, Dalvin Cook?
From not
Dalvin
starting.
Cook's got 100 yards. Oh, by the way, let's talk about that.
Dalvin Cook?
The Minnesota Vikings should never cut Dalvin Cook. He's got 100 yards on 70 carries this year. Oh, $10 million. Whoa, who's the genius here? Yeah, Minnesota Vikings.
Speaking of that, you guys, Za'Darius Smith, is that the guy's name that plays for
Cleveland.
yeah.
He's
what's up
having a
with
good
him?
year. No, he's having a good year,
yeah,
but by the way, he's not in the headlines. Good year. Good year. Let's talk about it. It's not a tire
Anyway,
company.
keep balling out, Mike. Don't worry about it. Block that noise out, bro.
Wow. You know, I thought we didn't hear about the Thriller this year.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah,
But I'm glad Trey Brown is healthy because he came back from a serious knee injury.
it's hard when you don't play.
It's hard to get tackles, but when you see when he's in, he puts work in. 6 tackles against the Panthers, 3 against the Giants, and 1 against the Cards. He's putting in work when he gets a chance. It's all good. Always stay ready. You know the deal. Stay ready.
I wish I had it this week. All right, I'm close though. I'm close.
I want you guys to play the Cardinals. That's what I
The
want.
Cardinals. the Vikings.
There's a wake-up call coming.
The
There's a
Vikings will
wake-up
call
call
me
coming.
and Top Gun to say, "Hey, you know what? We can't deal with these jokers.
Yeah.
You want to play quarterback and because I'll stay away from the." You want to play quarterback and wide receiver? I was going to go tight end, but I could go all the way up with the rails on
Hey,
it.
just pay.
Losing streak facing a Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, we got a clip
Is
here.
that you?
Yeah, something's going on. Something's going on. A little
Viking
interference.
24/7.
All right, it's a little game mic up right there.
There you go.
All right, let's move on to the fun facts for the week. I got fun fact number 1.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Captain Kirk Cousins leads the league in both completions, 193, and passing touchdowns, 16.
He's killing it.
Killing it.
And they're not even going to keep the guy next year, probably.
No, not at $37 million. No. Fun fact number 2.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Safety Cameron Bynum is the first player with 2 picks in the final 6 minutes of a game that finished within 1 score since 2016. I find these fun facts everywhere, and sometimes I'm reaching. All right, fun fact number 3.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Through 7 games, Jordan Addison, I got to come up with a nickname for him.
Putting in that work.
He has 29 catches, 400 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Not only is that tied for the second most receiving TDs in the league, not for a rookie, but it also ties the NFL record for most TDs through a rookie's first 7 games.
Let me know if you want help with a nickname for that man.
That's homework for you. You give me one.
Oh, I got you.
Actually, we should both do them.
I got you. Yep.
All right. And final, it's a not so fun fact.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Well, the crowd might dig it, but I'm digging it. The Vikings are the only team in the NFL this year who have not scored a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, that's why my fantasy football team is struggling.
This needs to change.
Oh, man.
Here's what I suggest.
You want Madison?
No. Yeah, I have Akers. Get Madison out.
You want to swap? Even swap?
No. I get him out in Minnesota. Get Akers in. Cap suffers in fantasy football. And I'm the manager who's been saying this for 2 or 3 weeks. Cap, you got any fun facts?
I actually do have one fun fact.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but Pete Carroll has a horrible record with challenges. I mean, every time he throws the red challenge flag down, it's like denied by the ref. Well, somehow, some way, he threw that flag down twice in our game and got them both. So that's a fun fact for the Emerald Nation because it doesn't happen very often. Whenever he drops that laundry, we're like, okay, it's a stall tactic. He's trying to strategize and get more time while the refs go ahead and confirm what they already called. But
All right, so Mike, let's give him.
there we go.
See,
Fly,
the
baby,
finger works
fly.
both ways. The finger.
Hey, that's good.
The finger works.
You're like the maestro of the orchestra.
And I will say this.
That's legit.
I will say this. The engineer was,
He's on point.
and you know what? There was no rep for this. I didn't know about this. And you know what? He does not blink an eye.
There's no hesitation. He's a freaking fighter pilot. What you talking about? He got that quick twitch
right.
reaction skills.
So we're gonna move on, and this would be a part for the ridiculous article comment of the week.
Let's go.
But we're gonna combine this because the Real Deal says I need to speak about the ridiculous article comment of the week. So the Real Deal is gonna take the stage here.
Let's go.
All right. We're going to talk about Mr. Matt Holder. He's from the Bleacher Report. He made a bold prediction that the Vikings are going to trade their star player, J.J. Dynamite Jefferson,
Oh, here we go. Seatbelts on.
ahead of the deadline. He says they're a team potentially heading into a rebuild that would be able to kickstart that process by landing multiple premium draft picks. All right. Who is Matt Holder?
I don't know.
He's a chucklehead. He writes for Fansided and Sports Illustrated, covering the NFL draft. He was a game analysis for the Raiders and the 49ers. He's a former college football player. And I thought that held some weight.
I have a couple of questions, or comments actually when you're done.
But he went to Willamette University, where he played. Where the heck is Willamette University?
It's Willamette. That's in Oregon.
That's not a football school.
Not a powerhouse, that's for sure.
So what was he doing? Was he Sean Mannion on the sideline? You don't got nothing. You ain't got no credibility. You can't talk about this. Get a full-time job. Because what you're doing in this right now is embarrassing. Get out. Get out. I'm done. I'm dropping the mic.
I have a question. I mean, just think about what that article said. If these words came from that man, trade JJ for draft picks to rebuild? What is he not watching the squad? The squad is ready to go. A couple tweaks here and there. Why would you take away a critical piece like him? You just got Addison. It's a pointless move. It makes no sense.
Trying to make a name for himself. Trying to make a name. The real deal.
What you do is add to what you have.
The real deal jumped in there and said, you know what?
Yeah,
Even if your quarterback's leaving, because there's something like that, you're not letting your best player go.
You go find the real dead weight and release the dead weight.
Right.
And give cats that are hungry a chance to come in and join the squad. That's bizarre. Oh, well, I don't know how you find these things. But you find them. You do find them.
All right. We're getting into my favorite segment of the show.
Yeah, let's get
and
it.
Cap, you're going to be up first. You're going to be up first. You're going to be up first. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take it to the HOUSE. House music. Welcome to the 479, the home of the rhythm and the rhyme. We'll never bow down to the other shows. The 479 is the one that knows. Not followers. We are leaders, exceeders, sharp as cleavers. As Snap would say, don't believe the hype. Ours is the show that's a prototype. The 479 is for sure legit. Can I get a witness? We make the picks during the show, making you the money, as you know. Helping you pick your fantasy squad. Back in the day it was Ahmad Rashad. Lynch, Largent, Target, and Moss. With them in our lineup, there was no loss. HOUSE, 479 is where we be. The deal, the booth, and the gun. Sharing our knowledge, having some fun. Thanks for hanging and joining our flow. Week to week, another new show. House music will take us out. It's old school, there is no doubt. House music. All right, we're into the house segment, and the
Let's
Cap's going to
go.
lead us off.
Let's go. 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Hawks are down 7-10. They need a big play. Geno Smith is in the shotgun. Taking a look at the defense. He sees what he thinks he likes. Got a little out motion or a little wig-wag motion by K9. Geno gets the snap. He does a pump dip. He looks up, drops something into the right corner. It's Jake Bumble. Jake Bumble goes up with one hand. He comes down inbounds, it looks like, but no, the refs say he's not in. Jake's like, come on, bruh. Show me some love. I'm just an undrafted free agent. Let's look at it again. Bumble's up with one hand. Left leg is down. Right leg, oh, as Steve Rabel said, he gets his toenails in. There we go. That was the Seahawks taking it to the house segment. And I know my man BG for the Vikings got him one too. So let's kick it off, bro.
All right, Vikings got the ball. It's 3rd and 6 at their own 40. Here's the snap. Cousins got the ball. Protection's good. He throws it out there. Look for Addison. He strips it. He takes it away from the defender. To the house. Addison makes up for the earlier strip from the defender. Vikings touchdown. 49er fans cannot believe it. Cousins. OMG. Vikings score. There's the session. Taking it to the house. Both squads. That's why it's such a great session. We know we're going to have some fun. Cap, what say you?
You got to win to get in this segment. And so it's
That's
always
right.
a nice situation when we can both participate in this super fun segment because that means we both got W's.
Exactly. So just so the fans know, you cannot do a taking at that house segment unless your team secures the victory. So that's an important fact to say. All right. So let's see what's coming up this week. The Vikings travel to the Pack. Their division rival to take on Green Bay. And some quick thoughts. The Packers, they're still trying to discover whether Jordan Love is the right guy. The series has been going on forever. I think it'll be a one-score game. I'll give you my prediction when we get into the picks. But, Cap, what are your thoughts for what the Seahawks will do in Week 8?
It's going to be a rough one for us. We're in a division that, to me, is oftentimes the most physical division in the NFL with the Central area and the AFC.
Oh, wait, is that like the Let's Get Physical division?
Something real close to that.
You know who sang that song?
Real close to that. Let's get physical. Hold on. Was it a pop band?
No, it was Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a pop band, ladies and gentlemen.
How physical is Olivia Newton-John again?
That I can't answer, sir. I'll have to refer to my counsel for any more questions. So listen, we're playing a 4-2.
Well, you know, I can't be a consultant in the council.
You could. If you ever watch
How many hats can I wear?
If you ever watch Sanford and Son, remember that guy that has a funeral home? He runs a business. He runs a pizza shop. He has a jewelry store. He has everything. Multitasker.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, the Bengals. The Browns are 4-2. We're 4-2. The Browns are clearly led right now by a very, very strong defense. I believe they are rated either number 1 overall or in several categories.
They are number 1.
So we're going to have our hands full, especially if our offense doesn't come to play, because that's what we need. I believe our defense is going to come. I think it's going to be a slugfest.
Well, wait. The defense will come, but there's no number 1 quarterback for the Browns.
I was going to touch on that. Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
yeah,
You got it. Yep.
Watson is out, and there are conspiracy theorists out there that say, you know, when he's going up against a defense that he knows he's going to take hits, the coach doesn't let him play.
Who else is out?
For them, let's see. Jerome Ford might play the running back.
But who's the number 1 running back that's out too?
Kareem Hunt
Jerome
is going
Ford,
to play.
yeah.
Nick Chubb, he's on IR.
Chubb's out.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford's out.
Jerome Ford is questionable.
No,
He
he's
was
out.
trending up.
He's
He
out.
was trending up.
No,
today.
he's not. 3rd string running back going in.
PJ Walker's going to get the helm again.
Yeah,
He's been very capable.
What has he
for
ever
that.
done in his career?
He's an XFL champion.
And you're riding with that?
I ain't got no choice.
I gotta give you credit. You had the answer, but you're riding with that.
It is what
I
is.
got no.
He's
You know
done
what?
good. He's
you know what?
done good.
I've tested you week after week
He's
after week.
protected
You
the
are
ball.
coming with answers this week. You are
He's
coming with
protected
answers.
the ball
Now
without-
the answers hold any water.
Listen.
But credit when credit's due.
Here's what I'm concerned about on
Yeah,
the
I know he's a professional and he's done this for the rest of his life.
Miles
and-
Garrett and Zadarius Smith, I'm concerned about those guys
Yeah.
on the D line with our
Yeah, it's going to be a
injuries.
low. I'm saying a low scoring game.
I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game either, and their secondary's legit too.
So Cap says it's not going to be a low scoring game. Seahawks 42 to Browns 10.
no, I think you'll respect my
All right,
recommendation when we get
I'm
to
just
it.
saying what's happened in the past.
But-
because I keep saying you say low scoring game, it's 42 to 10.
It's our show, right? Can we have fun if we want to?
we always
come
have.
on now, we try to keep people off
We
balance
always have fun, but
sometimes.
off balance when you say low scoring.
Yeah, but I think that the Seahawks will take care of business at home, but it's not going to be easy.
No,
And
give
our
the pick
offense,
later.
our offense needs to show up.
All right,
There we
let's get to the rest of the picks.
Let's do this.
Come on, from some picks music.
Drop it.
Yo, it's time for the picks, the weekly predictions by them guys. Get your notebooks out because they rarely miss. Make way for Captain Book when he makes his picks. You can't touch this dude. Reppin' Hawks in the Emerald Nation. All units, battle stations. So welcome to the battle zone. It's a place where Captain Book is never alone. With his guy, the gold by his side. Sporting purple, always ready to ride. A real Viking maniac. Never afraid to go on the attack. And when needed and comes the real deal, he's got a real feel for NFL skills. So listen close and get the word. Don't be the one who hadn't heard about Captain Book and Blue Gold. Dropping knowledge, truth be told. Who the picks? Battle tested. Let's do this.
All right. Love the explosion, like a July 4th explosion, followed up by our picks. All right. To date, the Cat,
Is in trouble.
after last week, 5 wins and 8 losses.
Ooh, wow.
I had 7 wins and 6 losses. So the year-to-date totals, the real deal, 69 and 36. That's a pretty good number.
Really good number.
Cap, 60 and 45. You are down 9. 9. That's almost
for a dramatic finish, Top Gun.
That's almost a full week of winning the bets.
Oh, let's see
so
what
if we
happens.
get close, I'm going to let you pick first, just to pick the same things you pick to win.
I don't believe your competitive spirit will allow that.
If we get down to last week, it will.
Secure the bag. I hear you.
I'm here to win,
My
baby.
own fault. That's my own fault.
I'm here to win. You set yourself up for this thing. That's not on me.
That's right.
But we'll continue. Well, you know what? That even makes it more impressive that I'm having 9 games, because you know what? I'm picking first. You know, maybe we should alternate
You tell
the
me.
weeks
I'm
on who
ready to
picks
go. I'm
first.
ready to
No. Great point. All right, we got the Texans at the Panthers. I got the Texans winning on the road, 26-19.
Kind of close. I got Texas Stampede in Carolina winning 27-10.
27-10. All right, Rams at the Cowpokes. I usually don't do this.
Uh-oh,
but I'm
stand
going
by.
off script. I'm taking the Cowpokes at home, 24-23.
Woo! We are almost dialed in. I got the Cowboys coming off their bye, holding serve at home 24-21.
All right. Vikings at the Packers. The
Talk to
Vikings, they're going to get to 500, but it's going to be a close game, 24-20.
Vikings are on a roll. They're going to throw away the number 5 pick in the draft and start getting it done against a heated rival. Vikings 30-13. Stand by for the coming out party for Mr. Addison.
All right. The Saints go to the team that ran out in the middle of the night, but they got to Indianapolis, and they are the Colts. The Colts will march over the Saints, 23-21.
Saints get back on track with the road win 24-20.
There's another victory for me, 24-20. All right. Patriots swim on down to Miami, and they lose 24-16.
Yeah, Miami squares New England away at home, winning 34-14.
Okay. Jets at the Giants.
What's going to happen?
They're both home teams here. Both home teams. But I got the Jets. They got a good defense. They're going to defeat the Giants 23-17.
Yeah, the Jets can't overcome the Jets' D in this thriller as the Jets fly over the Giants, but barely, 24-23.
24 23. All right. Jaguars.
Uh-oh.
This is a good game. This isn't my game of the week, but it's pretty close. Jaguars at the Steelers, because the Steelers have surprisingly played well. But I got the Jaguars winning in Pittsburgh 27-23.
Steelers hold it down and stall the Jags at home. Steelers play smash mouth and win 20-13.
All right, so that gives me 2 victories more. I'm up to 11 now.
All right.
All right.
Might get a couple more.
Or you gain 2.
Let's see.
Falcons at the Titans. Titans are at home. They're going to hang on at home, 24-23.
Atlanta's D travels to Tennessee to shut down the Titans. Falcons 21, Titans 0.
All right.
Shut
so
up.
they're going to get him 0 at home. How about, is that Indian restaurant bet? Because I already got a couple wins with Mike coming up.
No bets there, bro.
All right. All right. So now I'm going to gain 3 games.
Let's see.
All right. I got the Eagles at the Commanders. I hope you could pick the Commanders. Got the Eagles dominating.
Yeah.
74-3.
Eagles claw the Commanders, winning 31-14.
Yours wasn't much off.
No, it's a little less. Not half.
All right, Browns.
Here we go. What you got?
They're traveling to Seahawks. This is the first 4 o'clock game. This is a close game that will be decided by a field goal. Ooh, that was perfect. That
was
little
good.
timing. Can we get that go?
You are the rhythm.
Boom. Boom. What do we got here? We got Browns at the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Going to be decided by a field goal. You think it's going to be decided by a field goal?
We'll see. What's your score?
Oh, I got to give a score?
Yeah, you usually give a score.
I have to pick a winner, too?
You should.
I got the Seahawks taking the win at home 20-17.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, in a battle of 2 ascending
Are you picking
defenses.
Cleveland?
Like I said earlier, we're going to show up. We just need our O to show up, and I believe they will. We're going to win in front of the 12s, 24-10.
You said it was going to be a close
You
game.
hear him laughing at me?
You said it was gonna-
That,
you said-
yeah,
you
we're
said
going
it was
to
going to be a
get
close game,
It's going to
24-10.
be 17-10 for a while, then we're going to get a late TD. What? How do you not believe that?
I picked you to win.
And I know it's not easy to do that.
It's not. All right,
know.
Ravens at the Cardinals.
Here we go.
Ravens win on the road 30-16.
Yeah, Ravens show up and show out. They're going to beat them up 30-7.
37. Against a team that you said was one of the greatest teams ever to you played
I
against.
didn't say that. One of the greatest.
You said one was your hardest opponents ever.
No,
You
I
just
said
gave
they-
them 7
I said
points.
They're going to get with y'all if y'all play them, but
so you're saying
Baltimore
that-
is on a different level right now. and I'm
20 to
gonna
10,
respect that.
20 to 10, you beat the Cardinals. So if I'm doing the math here,
Yeah, well,
then
no, our
then you
offense
would have
was
lost to the Ravens. You say your team would lose to the Ravens?
No. We can do some comparisons if you want.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we could do that. All right,
Yeah, that'll be
Chiefs.
fun next week.
Chiefs at the Broncos. Cap has officially abandoned Russell Wilson
Yeah, let's
in
clean it
this
up.
episode. No,
He abandoned the Emerald Nation.
no, but you stuck with him for the first 7 episodes.
Sticking
Yeah,
with him?
So, yeah, no. Check the tape.
speaking facts.
Check the episode tapes.
Speaking facts.
Yeah, no, but check the episode tapes. You continue to love zone with him. This week you finally abandoned him. No, you have. This week you did it, and I'm proud of you. You have taken a step forward.
You're funny, man.
Have you been getting counseling? This is
funny.
great.
That is funny.
You have finally let go of something that's no longer part of your organization. This is great.
Very funny.
No, this is great.
That's good. I like
we have
that.
made
I
made
like that.
progress.
Did you drop your score yet?
I did not. We're just having a
okay.
little fun with,
Okay.
finally letting go of Russell Wilson. Man, it's been hard going. It's been hard to go. I got the Chiefs dominating
that
the
man.
Broncos in
Get it out, brother. Get it out.
aligning with the Cap, finally abandoning Russell Wilson. It's 34-13 Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs put that Kansas City barbecue sauce all over those Broncos ribs and have a picnic. They're gonna beat them 40-17.
40-17. So now that I'm looking at myself, I'm a consultant. I'm
a psychotherapist.
and I've added psychotherapist to it. And man, the progress we are making on here.
That's too funny.
All right, now I got the game of the week. The game of the week. The Bengals. Bengals at the 49ers.
What you got?
The 49ers, they got to be mad as a hatter. As I always say to my wife.
Yeah.
Mad as a hatter. And they're going to get back on track, but it's going to be close. I got them 24-21.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati tearing up a banged-up 49er squad, and the Niners are going to drop their third straight.
Wow.
Bengals are going to win 28-10.
I'm going to go another 4. We have 13 games. Why do you just want to cancel the rest of the season for picks?
Nah, I'm going to fight to the end. That's how I'm wired.
We got the Bears at the Chargers. Chargers hold up the Bears. The Bears are actually improved. 27-24 Chargers.
Yeah, I got the Chargers securing a home win, beating the Bears 24-17 as well.
All right. The Raiders.
What you got, B Gold?
They go. It says visit Detroit. Take on the Lions. The Lions are going to maul the Raiders 30-20.
Yeah, I got the Angry Lions team protecting the Lions' den. They're going to knock the Raiders out, beat them in prime time, 30-24.
30-24. All right. That finishes up our picks.
Yes, it does.
So let's move on to the survival pool. This is going to be pretty quick.
I don't think I'm surviving.
No, so last week, I kept saying, Top Gun, who'd you pick? But I forgot that on the show, we gave him a bye.
You got to pass.
Because he had such a crazy bet with the Jets. We gave him a bye week. So I picked the Seahawks. And it's amazing that somebody who roots for the Seahawks didn't pick them yet. But he's now been eliminated.
Saving them for the Super Bowl.
Because he picked
my plan.
the Super Bowl.
You like that, Mike? Even Billy liked that one right there.
Oh my
Can't we
God.
game talk right now?
Oh wait.
Yeah, lost his place.
Also, I'll ask the listeners is go back to every year we've done the survival
Every
pool.
single episode.
They always get picked for the Super Bowl. So I picked the Seahawks last week and I moved on. Cap picked the Bills. He's eliminated. So it's now moving on to next week's game to pick who's going to move on. I got to find my sheet here because I didn't actually pick somebody for this week. So I'm going to take, let me look at what's
Talking
going
about
on.
the Thursday night. Oh, you're talking about for the.
No, for the survivor pool. I didn't pick anybody, so give Top Gun a minute to look through the games as well. I'm going to take. Actually, I get to take the Eagles this week. I'm going to take the Eagles. Hey, Top Gun, what say you? Cowboys. Who the Cowboys playing?
They just came off the bye. They are playing.
Oh, I picked them to win. Mike's listening to my picks.
That's so probably wise right now.
Mike's got the Cowboys against the Rams.
Yeah.
All right.
That could be tricky though.
Time? No way. You think it's the best division? It's quasi best. All right, let's move on to the fantasy football segment. Oh yes.
It's time for fantasy football talk to see which teams can walk the walk. Each week, new matchups take place. All teams gunning for first place. Set your lineups, hope for the best. Your team might be good, but mine's the best. Make trades along the way. Ain't gonna help you, you might wanna pray. To be the best, you gotta beat the deal. Lots of luck, cause my team's for real. Let's get to the segment, start the chat. Hey, Book, what you say about that?
It's Captain Book, and I'm running on the field like a wild one. Dropping fantasy strategy second to none. I'm casting spells like a mad magician. I make so many damn moves, just like a mathematician. Without my fantasy logic, you'll just be hoping and wishing. And if you don't pay attention, your team will need a mortician. So check out Captain Book and how I laid out my roster. I'm so dialed in, could never be an imposter with this fantasy ball. This segment's for y'all, so get in the game and join the fantasy brawl. It's Captain Book and B Gold, so avoid the wreck. For your fantasy success, put our knowledge on deck. It's the fantasy segment. Get in.
And we are in. All right, let's talk about it. Last week, a real deal. Lineups getting healthy, couple trades, and he took the victory against the Italian Stallions. El Grappador got back in the win column after his first loss of the season. Crimson Knights beat the boardroom on a last-second field goal. The Enforcers got to pay a little bit more attention to your lineup, but they stampeded the Emerald Nation Monsterizers.
Thank you, Alexander Madison.
Connecticut G Hockey stays on point. Naturals, the Mackerels. Low-scoring game, but got past the Connecticut Wagon Circlers. And finally, Smells What's Cooking. Put up some big numbers, defeating Zeus is Loose. So, Cap, what you got to say about the standings after this week?
Let's talk about it. The Beasts of the East. You got El Grapador, as you said, bouncing back like a champion to get that W. He was 5-0 last week. He made him 5-1. That man is 6-1 now, still holding it down. You got the New Haven Naturals and the Real Deal right on his heel. The Naturals are at 5-2. That man is ready to compete. 82% chance to get into the playoffs. The Real Deal right there at 4-3. 72% chance to get in the playoffs.
That's a good number.
Now you got the Connecticut Wagon Circlers. Same record, but the percentage drops to 28% to get in. So they better lock in and lock up. Crimson Knights won 2 in a row. Are they going to do something? We're going to find out. Italian Stallions, watch those deals you making, my man. Be careful out there. It's a brutal world, my man. Be careful. The boardroom, come on now.
Well, wait, if you're going to make a deal, start them.
Exactly. Let's slide over to the West and see if they're the best. You got Connecticut. How we do it? G-Hockey. Putting in that work. Holding down the top of the hill. 5-2. Looking good. 85% chance to get into the zone. You got Smells What's Cooking. I see you, young man. I see you. He's at 4-3. Ready to pounce. So are the Access Lords, though. 4-3. Ready to pounce. The Enforcers. 4-3 with the best logo in the league, aside from the Emerald Nation Monsterizers, though. And then you got the Ohio Bone Crushers. I see you trying to stay alive, 3-4, but the percentage is 32. You better watch out. Here we are, even worse. Emerald Monsterizers, 3-4, 16% chance. It's rough, but you know
16.
what? We're going to keep fighting uphill. And then we got Zeus is Loose. He's 2-5 with an exact 1% chance to make the
1%.
playoffs.
Zeus.
Defy those odds, my man. Defy those odds.
But here's what I will say to all the owners: do not tank. Pay attention. I will light you up if you're not getting your lineup going. A matter of fact, you will not be allowed next year if you're not paying attention. I will shoot you a chance to make it right. If you ain't paying attention, you are cut. Because you know what?
Yeah.
It's got to be fair that you do it. All right, let's move on to the score. Well, the schedule for next week. Real Deal is going to help out the Cap because I'm playing Smells What's Cooking.
We need a little help.
Italian Stallions against the Enforcers. Enforcers got 2 tight ends on the IR, so you better make some kind of update there. The Wagon,
he's a casualty for next year.
The Wagon Circlers take on G-Hockey. Could be a good matchup.
Real
the
good
Mackerels take on Zeus is Loose. Zeus is Loose. No, you know this is it. Winner, you're done. The Knights against Access Lord. Another good matchup.
That will be good.
El Grapador.
I'm watching him. I'm watching that squad.
Goes against the Emanation Monsters, the Cap, but and the week started because it started last night, and then Grapador's Grapador's player got the number he's supposed to get. Finally, the boardroom, who has a good team. He had some massive injuries this year. He's trying to hang in there to make some noise. He might be at the end of the year, so he's got the Ohio Bone Crushers. So that takes us out of the fantasy football segment.
It's B Gold, back on the mic, dropping lyrics I know you'll like. The league is now on alert. The Real Deal is bringing the hurt. New challengers every season. Why worry? There is no reason. Teams might win some games. At the end of the day, I forget their name. A new season and more pretenders. New Haven Natural is the lead offender. Like all the others who come to town, this dude is just another clown. Over the years, I put to rest any questions that I'm the best.
If you want skills, I'm undeniable. I'm so reliable, my lead is sizable. If you insist on coming at me not advisable, my potential undefinable. It's unsurvivable. Captain Coach Mr. Reliable and on point. When I lock in my roster, it's the joint. For the haters that think they have an edge on the homie, you ain't got nothing, so don't act like you know me. I'm bringing heat to a hot kitchen, And when I drop my roster, it's a natural condition. So make sure you pay attention to how we drop that knowledge. And if you want to win in fantasy, join this college. We're teaching with Foya, Fuego, Fire, Peace.
I love that beat. I love that beat.
I will
right
tell you
there.
this. I am going to work with Top Gun, and we're going to need you to step into the studio once again because I need to scream back on both segments.
I'm in.
I just need to scream.
I got it.
Or I'll do it.
I
But I
can't wait
need
to
that
do it.
scream coming back. You agree? We got to have that scream.
I
because
wanna get it back in
just
there.
represents the second half of each time.
I'm
we
in.
have to do it.
I'm so in.
We have to do it. It was such awesome doing. I do it when I'm listening to this. We got to get the scream back.
I'm all about it.
All right. That concludes another episode right here. So, Scolders 12s and you football fanatics.
That's who is here.
Thanks for tuning in today. Tell your friends, families, coworkers, and anybody you can. The numbers got to get better.
Tell everybody, please help us out.
Tell us, subscribe, follow.
Do it all.
What you got to do. Week 8 for the Vikings is a road game versus the Packers. I'm hoping for the best. We need the best. Next episode will be the recap on how our teams did. Hey, Cat, you gotta take us home.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and take us out again with another prime rhyme time. The Minnesota Vikings faced the Niners with pride. At home with a record of 2-4, they refused to be denied. With a relentless defense, they made it a point to never quit. They forced the young Brock Purdy to take hit after hit. With the purple wave of offense led by Captain Kurt Cool, missing JJ and for a minute Addison, and you still took their D to school. Not many thought you had a chance, B-Gold, to get out of there with the win, but I know of one who did, and his name is Odin.
Nice.
Skull horn, please, Top Gun. Thank you, brother. Let's flip to the Emerald side.
And by the way, wait, the NFL fantasy show, stop stealing the skull horn for good stuff. You took it from us.
Think about it. They can't help themselves.
If I see a solo cup on there, I'm coming. I'm coming.
They can't admit that they peep in the show, but they peep in the show.
Okay.
It is what it is. So let's go to the Emerald side now. The Cardinals came to Lumen Field looking to break us off. They found out very quickly that we are not soft. The Emerald Hit Squad was laying people out. Have defense, will travel, and continue to gain clout. We have to tighten a few things to get this machine complete, but as we continue forward, just trust in Pete. With the throwback jerseys to rep the ghosts of the past, and the Browns coming to town, Seahawks. Let's start fast with class and whip that. Oops. I think that's it, B-Gold. It's time to shut it down. Thank you for watching the show. We love y'all. Hit like, hit anything you can to help us out. We're trying to do what we can. I got my man B-Gold, Top Gun in the building. We're going to be here next week, but we'll see you then. Peace.
Out.